What is up? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Super excited to be here. I am honored to be here. This is
Yes.
amazing. So definitely thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on. Like I said, when I met you, I was like, man, this is someone that I definitely got to get to come through and share their story. So, you know, uh, I got some questions for you.
Let's go.
I got some questions for you.
I'm ready.
But before we get into that, just tell us a little bit about who you are.
Okay.
Who is Dr. Harrison?
Who is Dr. Harrison? Okay, well, I'm Dr. Constance Harrison. Okay. I am 31. I'm a mother. I just started a wellness brand, and most importantly, I'm a chiropractor and child of God. Amen. But I am a chiropractor. Been doing it for ongoing 4 years. I graduated from Life University in Marietta, and I did my undergrad at the unsinkable Albany State University.
The Benny.
If you know about it, you know about it. Yeah. But I just love serving my community. I serve everyone from just toddlers all the way up to geriatrics, athletes, home, just family, everything. So I've been doing it for a couple of years. So I got experience with a couple different type of patients, but I definitely love exactly what I do. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's a secret. She's actually my chiropractor. So,
The hands speak for themselves. What can you say about me as a chiropractor?
Listen. All right. So I've had my reserves about, chiropractic practices, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the Army for 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you're young, you feel like you're invincible. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't need all that. And before I came under your care, I was experiencing some issues. I was like hurt. I was like, man, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, y'all see how young he looked, but he came in like an old man. First off,
I was folded up like, man, like something's going on. And it took that to really be open to coming through. And I met you. I was like, oh man, this doctor's cool, man. Like down to earth. Like,
yeah,
there's a whole vibe. Like coming into your office, and she did the.
But look, you had to give me the disclaimer first. Like, hold on, look. Tell me before you get to my neck.
Oh yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm a vet. You gotta tell me before you get to my neck. You know what I mean? The Lord is working on me.
Yes, and I understand because I definitely have a history of like veterans and stuff, and they be like, or police officers where they like, hold on, stay away.
So she. You came through and you let me know and hooked me up. And the next day I was feeling like a king.
Mm-hmm.
I was running around and just doing all kind of tomfoolish. Is that even a word? Tomfoolish. Right. I was doing some hood rat things with my friends.
I just want to do hood rat things with my friends.
I just want to do hood rat things with my friends. So, yes, definitely my life. My personal life and my work life has definitely been impacted in a positive manner since I've come under your care. So we appreciate you.
Thank you.
100%.
And it's definitely my goal to make my patients feel more comfortable because, with chiropractors, anybody can adjust. Anybody could move a bone who have went to school, not the ones who done seen videos and stuff like that. But most importantly, is how comfortable do the patient feel with the doctor. And that's my main thing when I am serving my people. I want y'all to feel comfortable with me. If you like the technique, if you don't, I'll still get you right.
100%. 100%. That's, that's important.
Mm-hmm.
It's really at the, the basic level of being able to connect with people. And I think that you connected with me and my family very well.
Yes, love the family.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, we definitely appreciate it. And I was like, man, I got to get her on the Call to Serve podcast so she can talk about what it is she does and and spread that awareness about chiropractic treatment and things like that, because I wasn't a believer. Now I'm a believer.
Amen.
I mean? So I got a question for you, Doc.
All right, let's go.
You know what I mean? Like, as I've gotten to know you and been under your care, I got to know a little bit about you and things like that. And I'm like, you know what? Let me ask her this. So, what inspired you to pursue a career in chiropractic care, and how did you get started?
Okay. So, I was inspired to be a chiropractor by my family. Well, most importantly, my daddy,
Yeah.
and my mom. Like when we see our parents, as they get to an age, they got to take like over 10 different medications, and it's something
Mm.
that we've all been used to. Like, okay, you get old now, you just got to take medication just to stay alive, just to keep afloat.
Mm.
But I'm like, there has to be a different way. There has to be a natural way. And at first, before I knew about chiropractic, because I did not know anything about it, I'm like, how can I do like PT, but like be natural? Like, what is it that they can do to get away from the medication? Because with medication now, it is needed in some cases, but an influx of it always has an effect. So then you
Yeah.
got to get another medication because it had an effect to this. So you just adding more and more, and it can affect your liver. It can affect so many things. You take so many type of Tylenol, it affects the lining of your stomach. Now you got ulcers in your stomach.
Oof.
So that's a whole nother issue that you have to deal with that you wasn't even starting with.
Yeah.
So just seeing that, I was like, I gotta find a way. Then it was a recruiter who came to my undergrad, the unsinkable Albany State University.
Okay.
And so he was talking about it, and he was talking about like what chiropractic was, and I'm like, this is what I've been looking for. So I did my research, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to apply for the school because I'm like, this is what I want to do. And then I got pregnant, and I was like, dang, I can't go to school anymore. When people tell you like, oh, you're pregnant, you can't do it. But my recruiter, he was like, no, just take some time off, push it back, go to school. So I started school when my baby was 6 months.
Let's go.
And I was driving, if you know Georgia, I was driving from Beaufort to Marietta every day. And he was 6 months. So it's also taking care of a infant at that point. But I was like, I'm determined.
Yes.
I'm determined to get this done. I was even working at Kroger on the weekends. So it was like, but I got to get this. Like, I want to do this.
Yes.
Got to keep pushing. And that's just how I got there. And I graduated. I met a great mentor. And then I ended up moving to Memphis. And I was there for like 3-4 years. So I was in the Memphis and Olive Branch area. And then my dad, he did recently pass away Mother's Day weekend. And that's what brought me back home. But I just, in awe, just love just serving the people. Because, again, I don't want us, as we get older, to always think, oh, yeah, I'm getting old, so I just got to take a whole bunch of medicine. And that's just what life is. It's like, no. Because I see too many older patients that's moving. They look good. They taking the natural way of life, and they pushing 80 and still doing great. So
Getting it. Wow, that's very inspiring.
Thank you.
I did not know that about you. Wow, starting at while your child was 6 months.
6 months.
Driving every day from Beaufort to Marietta.
Yeah, I did that for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Yeah, and working at Kroger.
And working at Kroger on the weekends.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? That is what's up. I dropped a video on my Facebook recently because there's a question I ask myself every day.
Mm-hmm.
And when I mentor someone, I usually encourage them to ask themselves the same question as well. And that question is who loses if I don't win?
Ooh.
And I ask myself this every single day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if it is to be, it's up to me.
Yeah.
Right. And I think, just hearing about what you have gone through and just persevered and just having the determination to win, for you and your child, that is just commendable. I love that.
Thank you.
There's no doubt that's why you're thriving now.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only in the field of medicine, but you're also an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I see she wearing a swag right now.
Posture perfect.
Go ahead and tell us about it.
All right, so with this, I started a wellness brand recently, and it just launched last weekend, November 16th. And basically, it's a wellness brand to spread the awareness of chiropractic. I know, like you said, a lot of people have their doubts about it. They done seen videos. They've had bad experiences. And I'm like, at this point, it's just very important for us to continue to spread the awareness of it. And why not through style? I know a
100%.
lot of people, what you get from like today's world is, did I get your attention first?
Mm.
And how you get somebody attention is literally like what they wearing, like first impression, like what you look like,
Say that.
what you got on. Dang, before I even ask what it is, I just like what you wearing.
Yeah.
So that's how I was like, nah, I got to do it. Like, I love style, I love fashion, but I love chiropractic, so why not put the two together? And then on top of that is for all ages. So anybody who benefits from chiropractic care can definitely wear posture perfect wear.
100%.
So it was just perfect. And this is only the beginning. I know I have more stuff that's coming, so everybody definitely stay tuned for it. But this is literally to spread awareness. And then on top of that, in communities of Black, ethnic, and all that stuff like that, we just don't know about it.
Yeah.
We are skeptical about it. We like, hold on, ain't nobody touching my back. He ain't gonna break my back.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want us to know about it. Even when it comes to babies, we think it's just a trend, but we just catching up.
Yeah.
So that's why I just like it is important for everyone to know the importance of how chiropractic care actually helps.
That's real. You know what I mean? Because,
Yeah.
back in the day, hey, your back hurt. Hey, come here, step on my back real quick.
And it's like, y'all, that's not the way.
Step on my back.
And it's not the way.
When I'm going to go pay somebody to do it, I can get somebody to do it for free.
Right.
Uncle Ray and them. Uncle Ray come crack your back for you. Just hit him up.
Right.
Just get him a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Straight.
And then Uncle Ray still over there bent over.
I'm telling you.
That's why his back crooked still.
I'm telling you.
Uncle Ray still hurting.
So, you spoke on building the awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And then you mentioned, some people just have misconceptions. That's my next question is,
Okay.
what do you believe that are some common misconceptions people have about chiropractic care, and how do you educate your patients about the benefits?
So there's a couple. A lot of people think that if you adjust their neck, they're gonna have a stroke, they're gonna die.
Oh, dang.
You're gonna break their neck.
Is that real?
Yes, and it's more of a technique. Now, how you said, when you go to your family member and Uncle Ray telling you to crack his neck and stuff because he's seen on the video, yes, that can absolutely happen. But for you to go to a chiropractor, that is like 1 in a million chances that would happen. It's very, very rare. Even with babies, they think that you're gonna hurt a baby and you can't get adjusted as a toddler. There is babies who are newborns that get adjusted. If you think of the whole process of delivering a baby, right?
Yeah.
The doctor gonna get the baby out by any means.
Oh yeah, I seen it.
So
a couple times.
So they gonna pull the baby, they gonna twist the baby. Any of that can happen. But then as your baby is crying nonstop, they can't tell you that they're in pain. They can't tell you that their hips off or something like that. Yeah. They can't tell you that their neck is hurting, or even from just breastfeeding. They can't tell you that, but they constantly crying. With babies who have like not diarrhea, but if they're constipated, they have like a high pitched cry. They have acne. Wow. And stuff like that. And so they're telling you in different ways. We just don't know it because we just hear a crying baby, and it's like, let me get you some milk so you can be quiet.
You need some milk.
Yeah. But babies can be stopped up, and how we uncomfortable when we stopped up. Imagine a baby who can't tell you.
Yeah. Wow.
Daddy.
Yeah.
My stomach hurt.
Yeah.
So again, as they go and get adjusted and they get their hips aligned, then it helps them to where they can poop the way they need to. They don't have as much acne. It's so many misconceptions about chiropractic, but it's in so many ways that it helps.
That's crazy because I honestly would never think of that. I'm like, man, this baby constipated because his left hip,
Yeah.
His left side of his or left hip ain't position right.
Right. So when you look at the doctors who are adjusting newborn babies, like I had one back in Memphis. And literally after his adjustment, he pooped. He was more calm, like he was feeling better.
Wow.
And I did end up leaving during that time, but he was doing better as he was getting that care. And it's just amazing to see what it does for people.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all heard it. You bring the newborns, right? Come in with a crying newborn, leave with a full diaper.
Right. So which one you want? You want the crying baby or you want the
smiling baby in full diaper?
You want to deal with poop or you want to deal with a crying baby?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather deal with the poop.
Right.
You
But
know?
yeah, it's definitely important of just really doing your research and most importantly finding the chiropractor for you.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm still mind blown with the whole baby adjustment.
Yeah.
Because you never think of that. You just
don't.
think, oh man, maybe stomach hurt or maybe he's hungry, tired.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the common
The
things.
basic things, yeah.
But it's crazy. Like they can't communicate. Hey, something else is going on.
Yep.
Man,
Yep.
it's
amazing.
My eyes are just like.
Yeah, like chiropractic, it does so much. We know a lot of people are like, oh, it's just car accidents.
Yeah.
Your back control everything.
Yeah.
If you paralyzed, what can you do?
Hope and dream.
When your back hurt, what can you do?
I mean,
you couldn't even enjoy yourself because your back was hurting too much. So that's the thing. Like, make sure how we started making sure our teeth was good and we was going to the dentist.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same way we got to make sure our spine is good.
100%.
So,
and me being in law enforcement, that's super important because I'll be coming in sometimes when I get off duty and I'll be a little like, oh
yeah, that left hip get you every time.
Get me every time, man. Like, dang.
Yeah.
You're wearing 30, 40 pounds on your hips.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm definitely a believer.
Yeah.
So, next question.
Okay.
Who were some of your biggest influences or mentors during your journey?
Ooh, okay. So, my mentor from Memphis, Dina Turner. But when I met her, she was Dina Granger. Okay. Shout out to Dina.
She got cuffed. Shout out to Dina.
Yes. So she's the owner of the chiropractic office in Memphis and South Haven. Okay. It's called the Chiro Place.
Okay.
So it started as one. When we was students, we went to visit her. She had one office. Then it was like, this woman is who I inspire to be. Like, she's humble. She's a mentor. She gonna push you. Those people who push you over the cliff, but they still be like, when God pushed you over the cliff, be like, I still got you, but you gotta trust me. Amen, hallelujah. That was Dina. Okay. Like when I went, I was the clinic director. She had me going to like different locations, the different locations before the 4th clinic opened, and that was the one that I was over. She was just teaching us how it come to billing, how it come to staff management, how it come to just the other side of running a business. Yeah. Like, it's easy to be a doctor. Like I said, any doctor who went to school, they can adjust. Some can. But she taught us how to be a business woman while running your office, being able to balance life, balance running a practice, running high volume, because it was high volume too on top of that. Yeah. And I always got to give her credit for what she did because she definitely made me into a great doctor. She made me into a great business person. Systems, I was definitely not a systems person at first when I came, but if you don't have systems, you don't have nothing.
Forget about it.
Like, you just don't have nothing. So she was definitely like my mentor through it all. I had some great teachers too. Dr. Herman. Oh, she was that auntie that did not play.
Auntie Herman.
Dr. Herman. We're gonna still give her, because she was a professor at Life University. Okay. And Dr. Herman was one of those people who she would fail you but still be like, but baby, I love you. Because again, you gotta work for it.
For sure.
Like, just because we've got this relationship does not mean that I just have to pass you because
there ain't no bird course. You ain't about to just fly right through.
That's it. Yeah. So she was really a highlight to my student career, just to push myself and to carry myself in a way to where it's like, yes, you're a female, but come correct.
Yeah.
And come with respect, respecting yourself and respecting others. So definitely love Dr. Herman.
That's lit.
But yeah, those are my two. I know it's some more, but those are my two.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
It's important to have mentors and people that you can look up to and model yourself after.
Yeah.
And people that's going to push you. I think in this life, we have people that are what I call nice, right? And nice is an acronym, and that stands for nothing inside of them cares enough to tell you the truth.
Ooh.
Right? To tell you when you slacking, to tell you when you're not coming correct.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing inside cares enough to tell you the truth, to push you, to challenge you, right? A lot of people were just like, oh, oh, you're doing fine, baby. You know what I mean? Just keep it up. But you keeping it up is actually detrimental to what it is that you're trying to do because you are not doing the right things.
Right. Right.
And us as humans, we have a bit of a selfish nature.
Yeah.
Some people may not tell you the truth because they don't want to see you come up. It's a competition thing, right? It's like survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
But I love it when I hear about mentors and coaches and teachers that will show that tough love. Like, listen, I'm going to fail you, but I still love you, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all love here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good in the hood.
Yeah.
But you about to take this F.
Yeah.
And you can take it again next semester or whatever.
Yeah.
But just know that I expect you to put in that work.
That's it.
And I think the accountability aspect
yeah.
Of being that way, that's what helps create champions, and that's what helps people win in the long term.
Absolutely.
So I got another question for you. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I just had one more because even I'm going to take it back to high school too because even my coach, if you know about Beaufort City Schools and Beaufort High School, Gene Durden was the man.com, and he definitely was another person that was in my butt, but definitely just set the standard of like being 15 minutes early to stuff.
Yeah.
Do I still do it? Sometimes. But just the discipline, like it was very, very structured of how we even did basketball. We ran everywhere. Yeah. Like if you go get that ball, you finna go run and go get that ball. You ain't finna walk and go get that ball. So just those little things. And of course my mama, like respect, just people just in your life, making sure you become the person and mold you into the person that you are today, because you can take it to business and you can form your habits anywhere from life experiences. Yeah.
100%. And then also what that type of training does is it helps you to always create a sense of urgency.
Right.
People who have a sense of urgency and get stuff done, those are the people that win.
Yeah.
You wait for opportunities to come, you're going to keep waiting.
That's it.
But if you jump on it and you move and you have a sense of urgency, then you can take advantage of many opportunities that come your way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I definitely mess with that for sure.
Yeah.
So, Doc.
Okay.
What advice would you give to young women looking to enter entrepreneurship, especially in healthcare?
Advice: stay organized, stay disciplined, stay consistent, and really have God in the center. Like you really got to walk by faith, and your vision has to outweigh anybody doubt. And we always get doubt from some of the people that's closest to us because they can't see your vision. But in all, it's not for nobody else to see your vision because God didn't give nobody else the vision. So it's like you sometimes you really got to get to the point where you sound delusional. That's how much you got to believe in yourself, to where it's like, I know where I want to be. I know I'm going to get there. And so I just tell like young women, like, never think you too big for any small task. Stay humble because you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm just like, but it's just those are the important things, because as you get bigger, you got to be able to handle the small things. If you can't handle the small things, how you gonna handle the big things? We all want to like hurry up and get it to where we at 1 million, but how can you handle 100?
Yeah, that's real.
and you think you're gonna be able to handle $1 million because life still go on.
That's
You
real.
still got to make sure at one point your 9 to 5 is still paying for your 5 to 9. So how you balance those things? You know what I'm saying? Like we all want to just be like, I just want to go into full entrepreneurship, but you can't go into it if you're like, well, I don't know how to be a worker.
Yeah.
Because some people just want to be in entrepreneurship and never, because they don't want to listen to anybody.
Right.
And as the boss, when you become that, you literally have to listen to everybody because you don't want to be sitting here doing 10,000 tasks by yourself because now you're burnt out. And so I just, like, even when I was at Kroger, I knew I was in a doctoral program, but what was it for me to say, oh, yeah, I'm a doctor? Yeah. Even though I'm a cashier, for what?
Yeah.
And so it was just like, hey, how you doing? Same way I be with y'all.
Yeah.
You good? How your day was? Still getting the groceries and stuff in like that. You just really got to remain humble and thank God for every step and every process that you're going through. So when you do become an entrepreneur, you're just a well-rounded person and people love you. And that's why they really support your brand, because they love you before they love the brand. Because with this, anybody can have a chiropractic line.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's like but who is the person running it?
Right.
And that's where support and everything come from. So
how someone experiences you is the most important thing. Like I always say, people may not remember what I've done. They may not remember what I've said to them, but I guarantee you they will always remember how I made them feel and how they first experienced me.
Right.
Right. And that's so important.
Yeah.
You know, being a leader and being an entrepreneur, right? You have to learn to follow before you can be a leader.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
But in order to remain a great leader, you need to remember what it was like to follow and to understand that a leader that serves himself or herself only, it's not a leader.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a leader and a boss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%. And, you know, that journey to entrepreneurship, people think it's just like like straight up. Now it's like up, down, 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 up,
absolutely.
up.
Yes.
And I love what you said about, you know, the vision. Like having that vision, it makes you seem almost delusional, right? Because you have to become obsessed with what it is that you want to do, or what you feel called to do.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I know that I'm called to be a change agent.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I was created to do.
Yeah.
And I'll tell anyone and everyone, you know, when I say who loses if you don't win, who loses if I don't win?
Yeah.
That answer is different for everyone.
Yeah.
But for me, hundreds of thousands, millions of people will lose if I don't win because of what I was called to do. And I was called to become a change agent specifically in the marketplace. Right. So
I like that. I gotta take that. What you said, who will lose when you don't win?
Who loses if I don't win?
Gotta write that down.
You know, and I ask myself that every single day. Like I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, who loses if I don't win? And I play tricks on myself. Like, listen, Reggie, if you don't go out today and get it, your family's not eating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to lose your house.
Yeah.
You're going to lose all your cars. You're going to lose everything. And I tell myself that every single day.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people are either motivated in one or two ways, by pleasure or by pain.
Yeah.
Right? The pleasure of winning, the pleasure of achievement.
Yeah.
Or the pain of, you know, hurting, the pain of losing, the pain of failure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I just know that I'm motivated.
Yeah.
Because I felt a great deal of pain in my life, and I don't want to feel it again. And I definitely don't want my family to ever know, you know, to feel the kind of pain that I've felt before.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
And so I got another question for you.
Let's do it.
Right. now we're talking about motivation, right?
Okay.
How do you stay motivated and maintain balance in your personal and professional life? Because that's tough. That can be
That
tough.
is very tough. I can wholeheartedly say that I haven't figured it out 100%. But for one, in my work life, I choose to. Well, let me start over. So my motivation is my baby.
Okay.
He 8. He just turned 8.
Let's go. Little
Um,
man.
and I just love him because one, he's on the spectrum. So on top of, if we go back when I was in school, he that's when we found out when he went to once I moved from Beaufort to Marietta, and when he was at the daycare, the director brought us in. She was like, "Hey, there's some things that he should be doing. He ain't doing it." Because at first he was just in like a family daycare type stuff, and they always say boys are late to everything. So, but she was like, "Nah, some things are off. So let's go ahead, let's get it started." So I'm like, "Okay, let's go ahead and get it started."
Let's get
it. I can't be sitting here feeling shame because my baby is having delays and stuff like that. It's like, who cares?
Right.
If he having them, he's still gonna get through them. And so then eventually it was like to where he was diagnosed with autism and everything, and it'd be like a dagger in you, like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. It'd be like, dang, like, how this happened, I don't know, whatever. But even with that, I'm like, people like to focus on what people can't do.
Yeah.
Like, he not going to be able to do this. He not going to be able to do that. But yet with my motivation, I'm like, he going to show y'all what he can do. Because there's still strengths in kids who have autism. Like, they are geniuses.
Yes.
If we think about everybody who has invented something like Tesla and Albert Einstein, they say those people are on the spectrum because they be so obsessed and they just have a cognitive way of thinking to where the quote unquote normal mind can't think of. And so, like, my baby at first, he was murmuring and all that stuff, and the director was like, read to him every day. We read books to him every day. And then it was just like each year he got better, and now when people see him, they like, I can't tell. And I'm like, he gonna keep showing y'all.
Yes.
Like, even with his Legos, like, I'm sitting here following directions, building this stuff. He's just like, don't make his own thing. And then you see it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you did make a boat. You did make a car.
Yeah.
You did make your own house out of Legos. So that's just always been my motivation of showing people, like, focus on your strengths rather than focus on your weakness. And so with my balance, to bring it back to the question, I just focus on what I do is I try to plan out, because, again, you got to organize. So I plan out my mommy and son dates.
Let's go.
For the month. And then I do some stuff where it's like little, but then I do some stuff to where we do something big, because I also don't want to be to where I work so much that he feel he's forgotten. Mm-hmm. And at first, at one moment, it was that. And I'm like, dang, I feel so bad that I'm not able to give to him. And I want to make sure that I can go to stuff that he have at school and I can do things. So that's why I just position myself in my workplace to where it's like, I need to be able to at least go and do some stuff with my baby at school, do some stuff with him. And then even my personal life, it's like you be so caught up in work where it's like, what fun am I having? We can work all we want, love my patients,
100%.
But still, I got to do some stuff for me.
Yes.
So it's still like you got to have systems in business and you got to have systems in life. Like, you really got to plan, you got to organize, and it's like, okay, this is for them, this is for me. And so that's just how I just stay motivated. And also just seeing all the changes in people's lives that I've done. Like, when they come in kind of like how you were, like feeling in pain, all that stuff. And then just to see how one adjustment helps them. And then as they become consistent with care, how it's like you're not even the same person coming in. So 100%. I think that's just where my balance comes from. Yeah.
Yeah, being able to compartmentalize is super important.
Yeah.
Being able to deal with work at work and leave it at work.
Yeah.
And not let it bleed over into your personal life. Mm-hmm. Now, I know that can be a little bit, you know, it could possibly be a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not easy.
yeah,
Disclaimer.
100%. Because especially if you're someone that does care
Mm-hmm.
for people, specifically, and you may have a patient that you just like can't stop thinking about because you're like, man, I really wonder how this person's doing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and I need to find out that type of thing. But yeah, I couldn't imagine being a doctor, like being honest.
Really. It's a lot. I mean, I can't. It's a lot. But if it's your calling,
Yeah.
because I could sit here and be like, I don't know how you're a police officer. That is just too much. I don't want to deal with all those people. But it's like that's your easy to where that's my hard. Just like me being a doctor, it's like that's my easy to that being your hard. Because again, like whatever your calling is your calling.
Yeah, you gotta be built for it, 100%.
Yeah. And the military. You jumping out of planes too?
Yeah.
Listen, y'all military men and y'all jumping out of planes, make sure you go to a chiropractor because you will feel it. When you can't just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get around it. You're not gonna get around it. Go to a chiropractor.
back and knees, soldiers, and you know, yeah. Get your back and your knees taken care of.
Please.
Don't wait too long.
Yes, because one of them will be replaced. Well, you can't replace your spine. You can replace your knees, but yeah.
Yeah, be over there folded up like I was a while ago before I started getting adjusted.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah.
That is dope. So what do you think that people might be surprised to find out about you? What's something that somebody would be surprised to find out about you?
Ooh. I don't know how funny I am. I don't know. No, I mean I joke all the time. I feel like if you interact with me, like you're definitely gonna laugh. If you come in as a patient, like I don't know, it's just a whole aura of like instead of you feeling like you went to your doctor, you're like, I don't know, for some reason I resonate with this person. I just feel so comfortable coming to them. And it doesn't matter who you are, whether you super old, super young, athlete, non-athlete, even different ethnicities. I'm at first I was in a place where it was predominantly black. Now I'm in a place where it's just very diverse. And I'm sitting here like I'm everybody's family.
Yeah,
like I'm part of everybody's family. But I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. Like if you told people, oh, like I like to do this or I like this or I'm into this, what do you think people might be surprised? Like for me, people are surprised when I'm like, oh, I love classical music. It's my favorite genre. You know, or I play 17 instruments, you know.
Oh my God, I don't know if I'm that interesting.
I'm sure you are. We all have our own interesting.
We do. I'm just, well, I am a person who like, I'm deep down a creative.
Okay.
Like, the way, my friend will say that I'm ADHD, but, like, the way my mind works of, like, putting stuff together, like, with my lunch party, it takes a lot to do that. Even creating stuff, putting stuff together. Like, if you see me work in, like, a photo shoot, I'm able to make a person who's not a model feel like a model. Like if you seen Dr. Udofia, he was one of my models for the photo shoot. He like, because we went to school. So we went to undergrad and we went to Life University together. And he like, hun, I don't know. Like, I ain't no model. I'm nervous. He like, I am nervous. And so, like, if you see the pictures, like the one, he's the dark-skinned one. If you see him, you like, he done did this before. But he never did it before. So, I don't know. I think that's where, like, my creative niche is. I don't know. I see stuff and I'm able to put it together. I don't know how to explain it, but
No, I got you.
I just love stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I dabbled in photography a bit myself, and it was really a means for me to be able to connect with people.
Yeah.
And I love that about what I did and what I do. Is that sometimes people just don't understand like the greatness that they were created to walk in.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest things that kind of irks me
Yeah.
is when I see people walking with their head down.
Really?
Yeah. When
Like they just slumped
especially when
over.
I see a man walking with his head down,
You
you
said that,
know.
or to the side.
You know what I mean? Just because he's not confident. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, man, there's nobody else in this world, in this universe, that has your specific design.
Mm-hmm.
Take that and own it.
Yeah.
And I know it can be a lot easier said than done
Right.
because of, societal norms and things like that. But,
Mm-hmm.
I honestly believe whether I'm, what I weigh now,
Yeah.
you add another 100, 200 pounds.
Yeah.
So that never happens.
Okay, Lord.
No, just for my back, right? My
Yes,
spine,
yes.
right? But whatever it is, I'm gonna own it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know that I was created in a greatness that's unlike any other.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I feel that. I think the people who are just confident are the ones who they know how to block out the noise. Like
Yeah.
they know how to block out the smoke. They know how to stay calm when it's a whole bunch of smoke in the air.
Yeah.
And when I say smoke in the air, I mean like a whole bunch of distractions. Like before my lunch, I was actually supposed to lunch it back in July. But with my daddy passing, everything kind of went
Yeah.
on a pause, on a stall. And it's just like things happen for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
And you got to believe in timelines. You got to believe in God's timing too, because still, if that didn't happen, how would it have turned out? And when it comes to people in their confidence, it's like I can't worry about what nobody thinking. Those are the most confident people are the ones who literally don't care about what other people are thinking, and that's why they just strive for greatness.
Yeah. I saw this post the other day on Facebook, and I actually reposted it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to read it verbatim because it was something, along the lines of that. It was something that Jason Statham, the actor,
Mm-hmm.
said. He said, "A man with no friends or a very small circle is a very, very secure man. He doesn't need a crowd to validate his worth. His confidence comes from within, not from the approval of others."
Yeah.
And I'd be being dishonest if I were to ever say that I never cared about what people thought about me.
Right.
Because to a certain extent, I mean, everyone still does, right?
Right. For
To a
sure.
certain extent, just not for me. It's not enough to where I would consider myself a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if it is to be, it's up to me. No matter what people think, no one's going to put in the work for me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to build a legacy for my family
Mm-hmm.
except for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whether I win or whether I fail,
Yeah.
it's on me.
Yeah.
Nobody else is taking accountability for my actions
Exactly.
or my inaction.
Mm-hmm.
So that resonates with me. I don't, and I think once you stop the energy that you utilize by worrying about everyone else, you can utilize that same energy to become hyper focused on, accomplishing your goals or completing a task that you need to complete.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be so much better for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And that's where like that delusion comes in. It's
Yes.
like you just got to be delusional because whenever you're doing stuff, you're going to look some type of way to a person, whether you look cool, whether you look crazy, whether you look confident. And you could, at that moment, just not have no confidence in yourself. But it's like, whatever, I'm still going to do this. Like, you're always going to look some way. But if I focus on negative stuff, then you become it. And again, like I learned that with my baby. Like if I focus on everything that the teacher said in a negative way, it's like whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna think that he's that. But no matter how much they're saying, oh, he was doing this, he was doing that, he was doing this, I'd be like, but what was he doing? What was the good that he was doing? Mm-hmm. So even when we be failing in life and stuff is just going wrong, it's like when one thing happened and everything happened, it's like, okay, when you sit down and all that smoke is around, it's like, but what can I do?
Yeah. One of my mentors, he told me something, and it's gonna always stick with me, and it's something that he says, and that I've adopted, and it goes like this: when people are complaining, I'll listen to what you say, but I won't inhale your negative emotions.
Ooh,
right?
dang.
So, and that's really kind of helped me as far as, you know what? Being an active listener is very important when building, maintaining relationships, or just communicating with people in general.
Yeah.
But then also, one thing that when my mentees, they come to me with their problems.
Yeah.
Right. If they're struggling or their problems, I say, okay, I hear your problems. What's your solution?
That's it. That is it. I am a very solution oriented person, because we can sit here and complain about our life.
Yeah.
What's going wrong? What's this? What's that? But okay, like, if you don't want to keep experiencing it, then what are you going to do?
100%. What's your solution?
That's it.
And a lot of the times, I say this too, like, if you want the right answers, it's all about asking the right questions. That's such a powerful question.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing in that moment is you are transforming. It's like you're giving their brain a jump.
Yeah.
And by asking that question, now you're causing their brain to act in a different way, to move in a different way.
Yeah.
And, stop focusing on the problems and to start actually looking for solutions.
Yeah. Because it's easier to play the blame game.
Yeah.
It's so easy to play that blame game, like, but they was doing this and they was doing that, and I wasn't able to do this because of that, and I couldn't do that because of that. And it's like, okay, and like we everybody is literally going through something right now in their life. Like, everybody is going through something that is just too much for the next person.
100%.
But it's like, either I'm gonna let that hold me back, or I'm gonna keep going. From everything that I went through from starting school, it could have been so many. I could have been like, oh, me driving from Beaufort to Marietta, that's just too much. I can't do it. Like, a lot of people be in school and they're like, well, I had to drive back and forth, so it was just too much. So I'm going to just quit. I'm going to do part-time. And it's like, why? Why? And nothing to people who don't have kids, but it's like, you are your motivation.
100%.
Keep it going. Like, nothing should stop you. Family, we love our family, but sometimes our family stops us because, again, our family don't see the value of what we're doing. They don't see the importance of it. So they're like, oh, you're doing too much. I wouldn't be driving that far. And it's like, well, it wasn't for you to drive that far.
Facts.
Say
that.
So it's like, I'm finna keep going. And because at one point when you do make it, now they're like, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
You're doing so good. You did great. I knew you was going to do it. But it's like, you really just have to be solution oriented, and you have to have that self-motivation to keep going, because life is going to life.
Life be lifing. Life be lifing.
Life be lifing. To the richest person on this earth, life be lifing.
Life be lifing.
So, yeah.
Nobody's exempt.
Nobody. Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely real, and I love what you said. You are your motivation, because that's 100%. I believe that to be 100% true. I believe that motivation is an internal response to inspiration.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't believe that I can motivate another human being. I believe that I can inspire another human being.
Yeah.
And, because of the inspiration, that causes an internal response of motivation.
Right.
But that comes from within.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I love that you are your motivation.
Thank you.
I 1000% agree with that, because motivation comes from you.
Yeah.
It comes from you.
Yeah. What Snoop Dogg said, first off, I like to thank me.
Let's go. Let's freaking go.
Okay, Snoop Dogg said it. But yeah, of course, always giving honor to God. But
Yes.
it start with you.
Yeah.
Everything just start with you. And you just go from there.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
Listen, Dr. Constance Harrison.
Yes.
We just want to thank you for blessing us today with your presence.
Thank you.
Of course, we're gonna put her links, in the descriptions and things like that, so y'all can get in touch with her if you want to. Definitely shout out to Posture Perfect. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. I'm about to get me some swag myself.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, we got something special for you.
For me?
For you.
Perfect.
All right, so everybody that comes on our show, right? I want to give them this custom-made call to serve coin.
Nice. Okay?
That's for you. What does the back say?
Serving those who serve others.
Serving those who serve others. That is what we're about here. So important. You know what I mean? To honor your story. I love what it is that you're doing. I love what you stand for.
Thank you.
I believe that somebody's going to watch this that needs to watch it. And I believe that you can reach people that no one else can reach.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So keep shining your light. Keep walking in the greatness that you were created for. You've definitely changed my life, my personal life, my professional life, just being under your care. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to shout off the rooftops. You need to get chiropractic care. All right? Yes. You need to get that back or whatever adjusted.
Yeah, take it care of.
Because it's life changing.
Yeah.
So, what's going on? Maybe do something water. About, he needs some milk.
He needs some milk.
He needs some milk. So, once again, I just want to thank you for coming on. And like I said, we'd love to have you on again.
Thank you.
I'm thinking like as a guest host, and just
thank you.
And just really coming and sharing that spirit and that energy with other people.
Perfect.
So,
yeah. I would love to.
Yeah, 100%. So y'all gonna check her out on social media. Link's gonna be in the video somewhere. Yes. And then make sure y'all support the brand. And for now, we out of here. Peace.
Peace.